Do you want to pump out more videos but editing is eating up all your time? Maybe you've thought about hiring an editor, but the price tag made you cringe. I stumbled upon something that honestly changed the way I work. It gave me back hours every week, sped up my pipeline, and let me move on to the next idea way faster. It's not just for Final Cut or Premiere people either. This one plays nice with your whole workflow. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what it does, how simple it is to use, and my favorite parts that made me switch. I'll even mention one small thing I'd love to see improved later on, but nothing major. So what is it? The tool is called Vizard. If you make long-form content and then need short clips for socials, this thing is a literal lifesaver. Instead of spending hours scrubbing through footage to find the good bits, Vizard's AI scans your long video, picks the most shareable, attention-grabbing moments, and turns them into ready-to-post clips, vertical, horizontal, whatever format you need. Think of it like handing the boring first pass of editing to an assistant who actually knows what's viral. Let me show you how fast it is. You just upload your raw file, drag and drop, nothing fancy, and Vizard starts analyzing. Within seconds, it highlights the peaks, the laughs, the strong takes, the lines that hook viewers. I've used it on hour-long sit-downs, and the AI still finished way quicker than me, manually hunting through the footage. The magic here is, it's not only cutting silence like some tools do, it's looking for moments that perform. So if you're creating talking heads, podcasts, webinars, whatever, the AI surfaces the parts that are likely to get views and turns them into snackable clips automatically. Now, I do still like plugins that trim silence, like Recut and similar tools. They're brilliant at removing dead air, which saves a ton of time if your workflow is strictly about tightening dialogue. But they have limits. They mostly focus on silence detection. They sometimes force you to export a finished flattened file, and a few of them don't do multicam audio sync automatically. Vizard is different. It finds highlights rather than just quiet moments, gives you lots of clip options, and, this is key, lets you schedule and manage the output across platforms from one place. Here's a quick walkthrough. You upload your long video, Vizard analyzes it and generates a batch of clips. You get to preview each clip, tweak the start and end if needed, change the pacing, and choose whether the clip should be optimized for TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, or even a landscape YouTube upload. You can add auto captions, small intro/outro branding, and adjust the thumbnail suggestions. You don't have to touch every clip, but if you're picky, the manual controls are there. The biggest game changer for me is the auto-editing viral clips feature. Most of my time used to be spent deciding what to cut and what to keep. Vizard takes that first terrible pass off my plate. It's not perfect. Sometimes it misses a micro joke I love, but it gets 90% there, and that 90% is the chunk that used to take me the most time. Once those clips exist, I can either export them to my NLE for final polish or let Vizard handle scheduling and posting. Which brings me to the next killer thing, auto schedule. You literally set the posting frequency, pick which platforms you want to target, and Vizard will queue the clips and publish them automatically according to that schedule. No manual uploads, no juggling different posting times. Set it and forget it. It's such a quality of life upgrade. I can seed content across multiple socials without sitting there for an hour each morning pressing upload. Then, there's the content calendar. This is where things feel professional. You get a calendar view with every clip scheduled. You can drag things around, reassign clips to different days, and preview what's going live. For creators managing multiple series, channels, or clients, it's a dream. It centralizes planning, publishing, and editing into one place, so you're not bouncing between spreadsheets and your editing software. One part I really love, Vizard doesn't steal your flexibility. You still get export options, so you can move clips into Final Cut, Premiere, or DaVinci if you want to color grade or fine-tune audio. I usually let the AI make the initial batch of shorts, skim through to approve, and then export the few I want to polish. That workflow is way faster than starting from scratch. Okay, let me give you 5 bits that seal the deal for me. Speed, viral first clipping, scheduling built-in cross-platform optimization, and content calendar and batch management. Speed. Upload, analyze, and get dozens of clip options in minutes. I used to spend at least an hour on the first pass. Now it's minutes. That frees me to actually think about story and creative choices instead of doing rote trimming. Viral first clipping. Rather than simply removing silence, it identifies moments with reaction potential. Punchlines, surprising lines, emotional beats, so the output performs better on social. Scheduling built-in, auto-schedule means content keeps publishing even when I'm working on other projects. Batch creation to scheduled posting is such a time saver. Cross-platform optimization. Choose aspect ratios and sizes per platform without recutting everything manually. Content calendar and batch management. Planning, previewing, and moving clips around on a calendar beats using 3 different apps and a dozen spreadsheets. Of course, nothing's perfect. There's one small thing I'd like to see improved. I sometimes wish the mobile interface let me make more granular manual tweaks to clip timing and audio waveforms. On desktop, you get full control, but a little more power on the phone app would be nice for quick edits on the go. Also, for extremely complex multi-camera shoots, you'll still want to do some manual alignment in an NLE if you're syncing multiple ISO tracks with different recorders. That's not a deal breaker. Vizard handles most creator situations flawlessly, but it's worth knowing if you run big multi-cam productions. Compared to hiring an editor, Vizard is a no-brainer for a lot of creators. Editors are great for long-form storytelling or polished episodic content. But for repurposing long videos into a stream of social clips, tools like Vizard let you keep costs down while massively increasing output. Even compared with cheap editors, using Vizard means faster turnaround and much less back and forth. And compared with simple silence trimming plugins, Vizard gives you smarter clips and a publishing pipeline. Let me show you a quick before and after example from my own workflow. I filmed a 40-minute interview. In the past, I'd watch the whole thing, mark timestamps, export comps, and then chop. That took hours. With Vizard, I uploaded the raw file and had 25 suggested clips in under 10 minutes, each one paired with an idea for where it would perform best. I reviewed them, adjusted 2 start points, added captions, and queued the content for posting over the next 2 weeks. That's a whole production day reclaimed. A couple practical tips if you try it. Use the highest quality upload you can and give the AI a bit of context. The more signal you give the model, the better the clips it suggests. Also, if you're picky about thumbnails, make a habit of checking the AI-generated thumbnail choices and swapping to a custom one for the clips you want to push hardest. I'll be honest, you'll still want manual tools in your kit. Vizard isn't a replacement for every aspect of post-production. For cinematic color grading, frame-by-frame sound design, or high-end VFX, your NLE and a human editor are irreplaceable. But for scaling short-form distribution, testing hook ideas, and keeping a steady pipeline of content across multiple platforms, Vizard is basically a supercharged assistant. If you're trying to grow on socials, or just want more time back so you can actually create instead of edit, give it a try. It's changed how I approach content production, and let me focus on the story, not the grind. If you've tried other tools that only remove silence, you'll notice how much more effective a viral-focused approach can be. Those tiny, high-energy moments are what actually get shared. Drop a comment and tell me what kind of videos you make. Interviews, podcasts, vlogs, and I'll tell you how I'd set Vizard up for that workflow. If you have questions about multicam workflows or exporting back to Final Cut or Premiere, ask below and I'll walk you through my exact steps. Happy to help. All right, that's it for now. Try batching a few long recordings and let the AI pick the clips for you. Then compare how many posts you get out of a single shoot versus your old workflow. You'll probably be shocked. See you in the next one.